They will be talking about the most important skill that should be taught to the kids, that we can teach to our generation, that is the problem solving skill. Everybody says they learn the problem solving, but nobody tells you what is it, how it can be achieved. So today I will be talking about it. I'm sure you will find this lecture useful. If you find it useful, do share with all the people who you think can solve the problems, can improve their problem solving skills, and can become great. So we will be talking about the problems solving concept. What is it? Problem solving is basically ability to identify the problem, analyze causes, generate solution, and implement effective solutions. So we can say that the first thing is it is the ability of a person to identify a problem, and then we can say identify a problem. This is the first thing. The second thing is analyze causes, why problem happened, then generate solution and implement the effective solution. This is the problem solving skill. The next thing is why is it so important. We know that we have to make the decisions every day in personal life, professional life, in business life, so it improves our decision making. Problem solving skills enhances the efficiency. You give the least input, you get the maximum output. It reduces the risk of the failure, risk of getting things done in a wrong way. So it also builds the leadership capability. The problem solving skill is, this is the reason it matters and it's important to know. So types of the problems, we mostly have simple problems, complex problems, technical problems, human problems. There are four problems often we face in our life in business: simple, complex, technical, and human problems. So problem solving versus decision making are two different things. Problem solving is identifying the solution. Decision making selects the best option. So problem solving is the solving, finding the different type of solution and identifying the solutions, and decision making is selecting the best solution. So the problem solving has a process. If you follow it, chances are if you are facing any problem, you will reach to a conclusion. First of all, you need to identify the problem. You need to think again, is it really a problem? Or it's just an illusion? Or it's just a fake information? We talked about the critical thinking in our first lecture, so you need to keep that in mind. Secondly, you need to analyze the root cause. You need to ask the five why questions we explained in critical thinking. I'm sure I will also explain it here in the next slide. The third is generate alternatives, so that you find the best alternative. And the fourth is evaluate the solutions. Write down the solutions and then implement and review. If something goes wrong, then you can start this process again. This is the process to solve a problem. So identifying the real problem, avoid the symptoms, focus on the root cause. So you can see on this tree, anything whenever happens, we know that the problem mainly in the plants happen over here and it appears here. So whenever something goes on here, it means that it is a symptom. But what is some really something going on is here. It goes in case of our kids. If something go wrong, we can see the symptoms that kid is not talking in the proper way. Maybe he's not in the right company. Maybe his teachers are not teaching him. Those can be the root causes. Maybe he has some aggression or health issues. These are the root causes. While talking in bad manners is sign of a symptom. So often when we have to identify the real problem, mean we have to look into the root cause. So root cause analysis, we use 5 why technique. I told you that if a kid have fever, so fever is a symptom, it's not a problem. So maybe we can ask the mom or the parents that where or what is the environment of the kid in which he lives. So maybe they will say, okay, he's not living in a good environment, he not a warm environment. So we can find the answer why it's not a warm environment, why the kid does not allow us to put him warm clothes. So this can be the situation, or there can be some viral issue or bacterial issue. So if we ask multiple whys, we might find the real solution. And the other thing is fishbone diagram. There are different questions, different sort of options we see to solve the root cause analysis. Now, creative problem solving happens through three things. That is, first is brainstorming. You talk to others, you think it about it. Then the other one is lateral thinking, and the other thing is design thinking. So analytical problem solving is type of a problem solving where we do the data analysis, logical reasoning, and cost benefit analysis. Based on that, we take the decisions. Then problem solving, we have tools, SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, decision trees, and Pareto analysis. 20 to 80% ratio thing we talked in our earlier lectures. I will also explain it in some other lecture in detail. The core concept in Pareto is that our 20% of the our 20% of real efforts on things we do brings 80% result. So we need to identify that what our actions we need to prioritize that are giving us results. Problem solving in academia, case studies, research problems, and the project challenges student can do in professional life. Business challenges must be met, operational issues, team issues must be met, so students can solve the exam questions, time issues. As a teacher, if you are listening me, as a student you are listening me, you can improve your problem solving through these. If you're a professional, you need to be part of the strategic planning, risk management, and leadership decisions to develop the problem solving skill. Modern problem solving trends are happening. People are using AI to get the assistance to get the problem solved. People are taking the data driven decisions, and collaborative platforms people are onboarding. So these are the modern trends that our kids must know, that you must know. So common mistakes people make while solving the problems: first is jumping to the conclusion, ignoring the data, and poor implementation. These are common problems one must avoid while solving a problem. Developing problem solving skills is happens when we practice in different scenarios, when we learn from failures, when we see the feedback is probably the best thing on earth ever happened. I mean, we must ask the feedback from our kids, what kind of parents we are. We can ask the feedback from our the clients, what kind of business we are. So feedback is extremely important in developing skills. Key takeaways is that there's a structured approach for everything what we ever do. Creativity plus less analysis equal to success, and skill improve the practice. Now, please answer me this thing in the comment section, that can problems be opportunities? What do you think? Tell me in the comment section. I want to learn from you. And is problem solving a skill or talent? Thank you.